I am 15. My older brother is 25. We've been close since I was born. He was the one in the family who adored me and would dress me up, and we were just best of friends. But ever since I was little, he would steal from me. He would steal my Christmas money, he would steal my tooth fairy money, and he would use it for his own personal gain. But since we've been best friends for so long, I didn't care. I loved him more than anything, and he was my best friend. He was the one who I knew I could tell anything to, and he would never tell on me. He was always on my side. And when I was 3, he saved me from drowning in my grandparents' pool when no one was out there, and I jumped in the pool without any blow-up float things on. So we've been close. And, well, we were close. Last year, or 2 or 3 years ago, well, 3 years ago actually, he started stealing from my mom and my dad, and then from me. But no, it wasn't just money. He stole my laptop when I let him use it because I trusted him with it, and he ended up pawning it for money for drugs. He stole my dad's gun, and he stole my mom's ring that belonged to her mom, and that's all she has left of her. He pawned all those things for cheap money so that he could pay for heroin. The way he got addicted to heroin was through pain medication because his teeth were so bad. He smoked cigarettes, he drank a couple Cokes every day, and it was bad. He was stealing from, we noticed things kept going missing, movies, and we would ask about it, and he would get angry at us that we were accusing him of such things. But I wasn't taking them. Where would I put them? My other brother wouldn't take them, and he is currently 23. He is 23, and he is very responsible. I love him too, but me and him were never as close as me and my oldest brother were. But anyway, he would never do that. We know that for complete certain. And so what my mom decided, after a year of it going on, we were fed up. So, sorry I'm not looking at the camera, I'm really nervous talking about it because I don't talk about it very much with anybody, but I really want help, so. Okay, so, and then 2 years ago, once we've had a year and we knew that he was doing it, my mom told my other brother, take me to the pawn shop, I want to see if it's there. And sure enough, it was there. Almost everything was there. This huge list of stuff that we didn't even notice was gone. And everything that we did notice was there. My laptop was there. My iPod was there, which I had lost in the move because when he first started stealing from our house, we were in the middle of a move, so we didn't notice a lot of things missing. My dad's gun was there. My mom's ring was there. And luckily, with the help of the police, we got everything back. But the sad part was my mom had to call the cops on her own son. I was in shock, really. I didn't know what to do. I was younger then, so I didn't really see how much of a big deal it was and how much it was affecting my family. He was just kicked out of our house, but he was not arrested, which I find was bull. He wasn't allowed near our house, and he wasn't allowed near any of us. He was kicked out. But then a few weeks later, my mom opens the newspaper, and on the front page of section B is his face. He bleached his hair, and had stolen from a store that was around the corner from the jail, which he was obviously on drugs because that's, I don't know. He was arrested, and my mom was crying, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I could help her, because when my mom cries, that's the most painful thing on the planet for me. She is my everything, and if someone hurts her, I want to kill them. Anyway, my brother went to jail, and he went to rehab. It's hard to explain what happened after that within the last 2 years, besides this year, because everything before the summer of last year is pretty much a blur for me. Because last year, when he had gotten out of jail for the 3rd time, I don't remember how many times he was in and out of jail, I was going through a difficult time in school. But other than that, even when I wasn't, I was fatigued. I didn't know what was going on, and I would stay home almost every day, laying on the couch, watching TV, and not wanting to do anything. I was having trouble breathing. I was always very negative. I hated my life, and I would scratch up my skin until I bled because I wanted to feel something other than being so numb. I had told my parents ahead of time, I remember this, I told them when I started feeling this way, and I knew it wasn't normal, and they said, "Oh, you're okay, it's just hormones." And I said, "Okay, if you think so," but then it just kept getting worse. I had been to the ER multiple times for not being able to breathe because I was having anxiety attacks, but they didn't know what was going on. After a few months of going to different doctors, a doctor finally asked me if I felt depressed, and I said yes. My mom started to cry, and I felt so bad. I felt like it was all my fault, and I felt like dying again because I caused my mom that much pain. So they started putting me on medication. Long story short, they found the right meds for me, and they got me into therapy. But they took me out of school, and all my friends told everyone that it was just for attention and that I didn't really have depression. But it runs in my family. My uncle had it, my mom has it. My uncle had committed suicide when he was 22 due to being so depressed. My mom had practically raised him since he was born, and it's just stressful. Anyway, I'm running out of time. But anyway, so I had just gotten done with therapy, and I was happy they found the right medication for my anxiety and depression. I was so much happier. But then my brother started doing drugs again. He lied to us. He totally deceived us, and we thought he was better, but he wasn't. He lied to our faces and to my face, and he was sent to prison. He was sentenced to about 6 months, or maybe, no, it was about a year, and I was just done. My mom was done, my dad was done, my other brother was done. We just didn't want anything to do with him anymore. He was causing us so much pain, and he was recently let out. We had to let him back into our home so he had somewhere to live while he found a job that could help him earn money for a house. Well, a few weeks ago, his PO stopped by, and it was a little bit after 9, and he asked, "Where is he?" And we told them that he was out, and they said, "Do you know that he has a 9 o'clock curfew?" And we said, "No, we did not know that." So he was lying to us the whole time. And now we kicked him out of the house. We said, "Bring your keys back because you're not following the rules anymore." I don't know if there's very many stories like this one with, I don't know if you've done a video yet on family members going to jail or prison, but it's just so hard. And I don't know what to do. And I just hope that you can maybe give me some advice. Thanks for Epsilon.